The FB4 export window is located under File, FB4 Export. This window is used to export content from your software to your FB4s for either autoplay mode or control from DMX. There are many types of exported content. Open Existing is if you have already done a previous export project, you can load that project and continue the export. Upload Content Pack is where you can upload content to your FB4 for control from a console using the provided content packs. Test Frames lets you export test frames. Use Standard to use predefined frames or Blank Template to create your own test frame file set. DMX FB3 Workspace does the default arrangement using your current workspace for when you control the FB4 in the FB3/16 channel mode. Use Blank Template to customize your export. DMX FB4 Workspace does the default arrangement using your current workspace for when you control the FB4 in the FB4/39 channel mode. Use Blank Template to customize your export. Auto Single Files is for just automatic output when your FB4 is in auto mode. Auto Playlist is an automatic output when your FB4 is in auto mode, but instead of one queue, it is a list of queues. Auto Daily Schedule allows you to create schedules for your FB4 when it is in auto mode, to schedule out automatic content on a daily basis. Auto Multi-Day Schedule allows you to create a schedule of content for your FB4 when it is in auto mode, but allows you to schedule out specific content for specific days far into the future. Upload just lets you do it all manually if you already have files exported on your PC. Now let's go through two types of export processes. First will be in DMX FB4 Workspace, Blank Template. Click on DMX FB4 Blank Template and click OK. In this window, you will see all files in your workspace on the left and where your outputs will be assigned in your export on the right, and their DMX indexes. Click on the different pages and drag content over. You can also right-click here and assign all queues in this page to the page on the right. This will automatically fill it in with that page. Now we can click Export. It will ask us to save the export project to a file. Name it as you wish. This will open up the export wizard and it will guide you through the process. Click Next. First question will be whether or not you want to apply workspace parameters to the queues when exported, or if you want the queues to be full scale on export. For DMX, it's best to use Do Not Apply Any Correction. Now we will select if we want our content to be generic, so all projectors connected receive the same data, or if you want to use the workspace routing to output specific content to specific projectors. For DMX, it's best to use generic content. You will select which connected FB4s we want to upload to. Next, we will decide if we want to just export to a local file on your PC or start upload directly to the connected FB4. In this case, we will upload directly to the connected FB4. Lastly, we will decide where we'll store the exported files on your local computer for later use. Once you press Next, Beyond will render the queues out into files your FB4 can read and start the upload. Once it's done rendering, it'll open up a window saying it has completed and if we want to watch the upload by showing the FB4 browser. You can just feel free to click Complete and the upload progress will be shown in the bottom bar. Now let's look at exporting an auto schedule. Click Auto, Multi-Day Schedule and press OK. Here, like before, we can drag content from the workspace into the right, but this time we have days of the week, and when you drag it over, it'll ask you when you would like to start the queue and when to end. You can also add specific days when you want to deviate from normal schedule. Say you want a specific queue on Christmas next year, you can do so. Once we have the schedule as we would like, we can click Export. Like before, it'll ask us to save the project to a file. Save it as you wish, and start the export wizard. The choices in the export wizard are the same as the other export we did, but we may want to choose different options. Like in this case, we may have zoned our content using QuickShow, and we want to just use the exact zoning and positioning for our export. So we will select Apply Color, Size, Geometric Correction, and BAM in this case. And since we want it to be specific because of our zoning, we will click on Content Intended to be Used on Specific Projectors. Then we select the FB4. It will export to the connected FB4. With Schedule, we'll just have one other option, which is Folder Index. This is what you can select on your FB4. Just save it to number 1 if there's only one schedule you plan on putting on the FB4, and click Export. The process is the same before. Thank you for watching our Quick Hints video on the FB4 export window inside of QuickShow. If you still need help, you can contact our support line by emailing support@pangolin.com and we'll help you as soon as possible.